Hello geometry students. Today we're going to do problems based on section 11.2 areas of circle and sectors. So last video I did some notes, and now this video we're going to do some problems. This is on page number 322 to 323 from Big Idea Student Journal Geometry. So let's move to our very first question. Very first question, first and second, that they say find the indicated measure. We have to find the indicated measure here, and we have to basically find the area of circle M, and we know the area formula. Let me rewrite it again. Area is pi r square. We need to have radius. If we don't have radius, we need to calculate that. And here 5, this 5 is written near the center. It means they're telling us that they have given the diameter. This is D. All right, so we have been given diameter, so we need to find the radius. So if r is D over 2, that's the half of diameter. That's 5 over 2, and that's going to be 2.5 centimeter. Once we have our radius, we can use this formula here. So we are going to write down a equal to pi r square. Let's plug it in. Pi r is 2.5. Keep in mind, again I'm telling you, when you're doing the calculation, don't replace pi by 3.14. You're supposed to use the calculator. So simply type the pi button over there so that you get the accurate and exact value. When you plug it in, so just type in all the values, and they haven't told you, but we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. All right, nearest hundredth. All the questions by default we are going to round to the nearest hundred. When we find it out, that's going to be 19.63, because it's about area and the unit is centimeter, so it's going to be centimeter square. So that's our final answer. Let's move to second question. Second question is here. Again, I told you they are asking for the area. We need the same formula, A equal to pi r square. I would write it down, A equal to pi r square. And I need radius. They already gave us the radius. I don't have to work on that. So simply plug it in, pi 7 square, and when you plug it in your calculator, you're getting some decimal values. Make sure you round to the nearest hundredth. If they haven't told you, so up to you, you can round it to the any place, but if the question specify, follow that. Here I'm just following rounding to the nearest hundredth. All right, let's move to question number 3. Again, we have to find the indicated measure. So what's the indicated measure? Area of a circle. So we have to find the area of the circle. So area of the circle, that we have to find out, that is how much. But they have given us something. Diameter is this much. So that's our D. And D we know that is 2R. We have to find A. So let's write down the area formula. So A is equal to pi r square. I need R, but here I have been given D, so I can use it. I can find my R is 1.8 over 2, half of the diameter, and that's what, 0.9 inches. I can use that in here. I plug it in. Pi r is 0.9 whole square, and when you just plug it in here, your diameter is given 1.8, and when you plug it in your values and round it to the nearest hundredth, so you're going to get 2.54 inches. Not inches, it's inches square, because it's about area. That's our final answer. Let's move to question number 4. For what we have to do, we have to find diameter of a circle within area. Area is given. It means, what are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find D equal to what? But A is given 10. So it means I have to use area formula. D we can find once we have R, radius. So let's use the area formula. So A is equal to pi r square, same. A is equal to pi r square, and then we plug it in. A is what? Here it's given 10. Pi. R is missing. I just write down r square. And I have to find r, so I divide both sides by pi. 10 over pi is r square. And then if in order to find r, I take square root of both sides, so that's going to be 10 over pi. That's your value. But I'm not solving it right now because it may give me kind of little bit. I will just because I need to find d, and d I know 2r, so I just substitute it there so that my value is not deviated. All right, it's exact value. I just use that in my calculator. I plug it in and I'm going to get 3.57 feet rounded to the nearest tenth. If you round it here, maybe you just get something which have different value here, so better not to round it in the middle. Do the rounding thing at the end. Just keep on substituting. Whatever you get for your final answer, you round it then. Let's move to next question. Question number 5. You have to find radius of a circle with an area. Area is given. So it means you have to find r, and radius and the area is what? 65 square centimeters. So we are going to use the area formula here. A equal to pi r square. So we plug it in here. That's 65 and pi r square. So same thing like our question number 4, we have to do the same procedure. Divide both sides by pi. 65 over pi, that's r square. And then what we need to do, we have to take square root on both sides. R equal to 65 over pi. And when you just plug in the values in your calculator, you're going to get to the nearest 100, 4.55 centimeter. That's your answer. Alright, so let me box it. Now we're moving to question number 6. What we're supposed to find, we have to find area of a circle, and they gave us radius. And that's pretty simple. This is one of the easiest question till now. So we have to find area and radius. This is your r. R is given. So let's plug it in. A equal to pi r square. Simply plug it in. Pi, radius is 6.1 whole square. And then when you use the calculator, you will see your values. You will see it is 116.898 and so on. So because you're rounding it to the nearest 100, so it's going to be 116.90 yard square. Keep in mind, if they ask you to round to the nearest 100, no matter 100th place is 0, you have to include that in your answer. All right, so that's your answer. Let's move to question number 7. 7 is areas of sectors formed by angle PQR. So now it's a sector area. We have to, I told you, you have to, the basic way how you do it, it's about, you have to have the fraction of angle, means the fraction, I'm talking about angle times area. That way you have to do it. Fraction means you take what angle out of 360. So it is x over 360 times, and area is pi r square. That you have to use. So in this case, our sector area, they want us to find the shaded one, this one, and I have to have the fraction here, 140 degree at the center, over 360 times pi r square. That's area. R is what? 4. And after that, it's all about, if you want to cross cancel, but if you directly want to use the calculator, you can do it. Go ahead. I'll show you the calculation too. So I'm just going to cross cancel. This 0 gets cancelled, and here I'm just cross cancelling by 2, 7, and this is 18, and here 7 pi and 4 square is 16 over 18, and then I'm just going to reduce it by 2, it's 16 and 9, and what we get 56 pi over 9, and when you plug it in you roughly get nearest 100 19.55 centimeters square. That's your answer. So keep in mind here you don't have to do the cross cancellation, but if you have a calculator, because you're supposed to use calculator, so you just simply plug in this value and type it in your calculator, you get 19.55 centimeters square. All right, let's move to question number 8. What you're supposed to find here, you're supposed to find area of circle y. You have to find the area of circle y, so it means you need to have, what's the area formula? That is pi r square. You need to have r. Do you have r given here? When you look, you don't have r. You have sector area here, you have this angle here, but r is not given. It means we have to work for r. So sector area formula, as I told you, this angle over, so that is 4.1 equal to 25 over 360. Here this part is already given, so I'm just plugging it in. So here it is going to be times pi r square. So actually if you get confused, that's sector area. That's sector area formula, and just I substituted on right hand side. So I just got an equation to solve my pi r square, but then I think about why I should calculate r even when I know area is pi r square and the area thing is already here. If I just solve the equation for pi r square, my answer is done, my solution is done. So I divide both sides by 25 and multiply by 360 on both sides, so I get 360 times 4.1 over 25 equal to pi r square. All right, and pi r square is actually what? Area. And when I simplify it, I get pi r square. When I simplify this left hand side over there, the answer is roughly equal to 59.04 square feet. All right, that's 59.04 square feet. That's the area. And I'm not, so this is your area. I'm not calculating. You can find r, then plug it in back in pi r square. So why to go for longer way when you have a shorter way? Let's move to question number 9. About 70,000 people live in a region with 30-mile radius. So it means they're talking about a circle. So that's a area, a circular region where you have radius is 30 miles. 30 miles is given. All right, that's the center. And how many people live over there? There are 70,000 people living over there in the whole area. They want to find as the density, population density, people per square mile. I have to actually people per square mile, per means is just like division. So people over the area of square mile means area of circle. That's the density. That's actually population density. So let me write it down again here. So population density is just like a density, population density equal to people or population. And how do we find? We get the formula from here, people per square mile. So people means population, and per means this division sign, and square mile means area of circle. So we need to just plug it in the values. Population is 70,000 and area is pi r square. So we know area formula is pi r square, and r is already given, that's this 30 miles. So just plug it in, 30 pi times 30 square, and that's going to be 24.757 and something like this. You will get something like that, but because we don't count people in decimals, it's going to be, we say, roughly equal to 25 people per square mile. All right, so that's your answer. So let me know if you don't get it. I hope you get it. So let me make the box again here. Yes, that's your final answer. If you don't get it, please let me know, and stay safe. Thank you so much.